Miss Mama Work. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. And if you have found me recently or are a recent subscriber, thank you by the way. You hear my voice for the first time and you also see my face for the first time. That's because I have been living with my boyfriend for 3 months, and normally I stream on Twitch and you can see me streaming right now. Uh, but nowadays I also do a lot of time lapses like speed painting, speed drawings of new projects that I'm doing. But what am I doing now, you ask? Because this is a very special project that I'm working on. I'm actually working on a poster that will be used in the background of a game. It is a game called Drax Freeze, and it's a bit of a FNAF game, FNAF based game, where animatronics roam the halls and try to catch you while you are trying to be a guard in an ice cream shop. A very big ice cream shop with entertainment, etc. I am working on this project for, I think, a bit over a year, I guess. If you want to join this project, feel free to contact me. We do have some things that still need to be worked on, mainly coding, etc. It will be 2D, as you can see. And I am the head of actually everything that has to do with animation and background design and character design, etc. I would love to have some help if you like the style that I'm working in. But what I'm doing is make a poster for new flavors of ice cream. Basically just an ad in-game lore. And the one who is eating the ice cream is called Drax. It's basically the main character of the game. And I designed him with the idea that he is very cheerful, and especially the head of the game lore and the manager of the game was very adamant that he had to look a certain way. In this time lapse, if you want to see the entire stream, you can do that on my Twitch. My Twitch channel is called Miss Mama Work as well, so it's very easy to find me. But if you look at this, I sometimes skip a couple of beats. I realize I've done something wrong, and sometimes when I ink, I think it's not that important to show anyone. Inking a project or creating line art for a project is currently one of my biggest hurdles in being consistent, because I realize that every time I want to ink a project, I want to ink it differently, use different line weights, use different ideas for what has to be thicker lines, what needs to have thinner lines. In this case, I decided to have almost the same line thickness, only with certain details, to have some smaller line weights or some lighter line weights. But it is one of the things that I'm always thinking about, like, if I want to emphasize something, should I change the line weight, or should I make it bigger, or should I just focus on inking and then accentuate things with more shades or more shadows, more highlights, etc. When it comes to coloring, however, you see I'm very consistent. That's because on the top right, you sometimes see the palette going on. And I have adjusted the palette recently because I was working with a certain palette and then I realized that it wasn't very consistent overall. I used different palettes for different characters, which meant that those characters didn't always fit together that well. But now, as you can see on the top right, I have very consistent colors. So Drax here is mainly green with orange and has a slightly bright red tongue, if you can see that tongue anyways. And for the rest, he's mainly black and white next to the green and orange. And I made that so it will really pop when you see him. It's a him, I guess. I haven't seen their pronouns, but if you see Drax in the game, because the backgrounds are a bit more dull and probably a bit more dark than I made them, and then a very green animatronic would really jump out and I would really love that, because that's one of the main attractions of the game. But you are wondering, like, Miss Mama, there's a poster right next to the one you are making, and it's almost the same one. Why are you remaking this one? Well, first of all, the colors were a bit weird. I was making everything in orange, while the main color of Drax himself is orange. But you can also see a little bit of the character change. Also, I realized I forgot his cheek, but that was one of those things I was like, oh yeah, better check the character design in there. I also realized later on that the ice cream was a bit too close to his face, so I changed that as well as the hand. I changed the hand several times. I actually should have gone with the other hand, but it went fine. To be fair, I wasn't really happy when I realized that the ice cream was way too close to the face, so you couldn't really see his face. And I thought, should I redo the entire drawing or should I just adjust this one? And I ended up just adjusting this one, but I might redo it again if I have the chance. Right now I don't have the time to redo this one and it's somewhere in the background. And I want to create a bit more backgrounds for the game itself, create more characters, get more drawings in terms of lore and all that kind of stuff. So this little poster was just a sneak peek into like one of the characters that I really wanted to do, and I thought, well, you know, next time we create an even better one. But I'm almost done coloring the entire poster. One of the reasons I also disliked the older poster was because I did not really like the composition in the end. One of the things that I realized later on is that the head in the old poster was way too much at the top, and now there is a bit more room for actually the character to shine instead of getting the entire thing in there. And this is the end result. I put some shading on there and a lot of highlights to get you the feeling that it is an animatronic. But I hope you like this video and see you next time. Bye bye.